All right, boys, welcome to the channel. Hey, man, first, please give the time to like and subscribe. This is my first video. I'm taking some time out of my week. I'm a busy man. I got to work a full-time job, 2 jobs, and I'm just trying to give a little bit back, man. I love these fighters. I love breaking down UFC cards. Been making a lot of money doing this for a long time. It's something that's really, really a big passion of mine. And, I just want to give you a little insight and see how I do. I am fully prepared to go 7-0 on this fight card. I think this is too much easy money to be made. I think that I just want to give back to some people out there. I want to go ahead and put some out there in the universe. Hopefully you can like and subscribe and give me a little bit of help back. I would genuinely really appreciate it, everybody. Okay. UFC 250, Freedom 250, man. We're here. We're here. This is crazy. I never thought it would happen. But hey, man, this is awesome. I think it's really cool that the country's doing this. I think that, this gives so much light and attention to these fighters who deserve it. This could be so good for the sport, revolutionize UFC, man. I'm really looking forward to see what happens. So let's go ahead and get into the breakdown, man. First off, I got a dog pick for you right away. Dog money, man. Looking at right now, plus 140. Steve Garcia versus Diego Lopez. Man, what a fight, right? And what a fight to be a prelim fight. As a fight fan, this is one of my favorite fights on the card, man. I love both these guys, and I know that both these guys will get in there and exchange. Both these guys love to strike. I don't see neither one of these guys shooting a takedown. And that's exactly why I'm picking Steve Garcia, because Diego Lopez is phenomenal. I love him, man. He's got a head like a cinder block. Chin doesn't go down. He's got nothing but heart. And, he fights with his soul on the line every time. I love that about him. But if you look at the last fight against Volkanovski, why would you strike with him the whole time if you know you're getting beat every round? Was it a 50-45 unanimous? If that's the case, you should have been mixing in takedowns. You came into the scene, this huge jiu-jitsu guy. You were making all these submissions. You were all over the ground. I haven't seen him shoot a takedown. And what I've noticed with a lot of fighters is when they fall in love with the knockouts, when they realize I can put people out with the power in my hand and I'm not getting put out, I can strike with anybody, they fall in love with the striking. And yeah, that's amazing, but you got to have the fight IQ and the high level to be able to mix it in. When it comes to just striking, which is where I think this match will take place. Now, if Diego Lopez comes out here and tries to start mixing in the grappling, I think Diego Lopez has a clear path to victory. I'm just going to be honest and say that now. But I think they will come in there and strike. Both these guys will strike for 3 rounds straight. And I think Steve Garcia has a clear advantage on the boxing. It's not even a question, man. I think it's a clear advantage. Obviously, I think Steve Garcia is a little more chinny. I think a lot of people are more chinny than Diego Lopez. This guy is hard to knock out. He's hard to knock out. But I think in a 3-round fight, Steve Garcia puts it on him for 3 rounds. I think he just literally outboxes him 3 rounds straight. The same way Diego Lopez was getting outstriked by Volkanovski for 5 rounds. I don't see anything different happening unless he decides to mix in the takedown. So if he doesn't, we're running with Steve Garcia underdog all day. Great money right there, plus 140, man. That's going to be definitely something I'm going to have to put some money on. All right, boys. Next, we got Bo Nickal versus Kyle Dukakis. Now, listen, man. This is one of those fights where I can say I think Kyle Dukakis has a clear path to victory. I'm not trying to pick 2 underdogs, and I'm going to say right away, my pick is going to be Bo Nickal. Okay, it just seems like the UFC, Dana White is giving Dana White privilege out. You know what I mean? It seems like he wants to set Bo Nickal up on all these nice cards. I don't think Bo Nickal has quite earned these cards or these spots. I think he is absolutely has so much to prove for himself in the wrestling world, but I don't think that all translates to MMA for him yet. Yes, he has some good striking, obviously phenomenal top-level wrestling. He really has a good overhand right, which he uses his takedowns to set up. I really like the way he does that. Bo Nickal is very gritty, but like we've seen with Robert Ritter, when those takedowns aren't working, or when the guy comes in and tries to grapple with you, it seems like he doesn't know what to do with his fight. It seems like the fight IQ isn't all the way there yet. With that being said, I think Kyle Dukakis definitely has a lot longer of a resume. He is a lot more proven in the UFC. I think that Kyle Dukakis has clear advantage with submissions. He can submit you off of his back, off of the top, and I think that will kind of shut down the wrestling from Bo Nickal and should keep it in a striking match, which when it goes to a striking match now between these guys, I think it pretty much turns into 50-50. I think Kyle Dukakis honestly has a little bit better of a striking. Dude, look, a lot of people talk shit to Bo Nickal striking, but he's a pretty decent striker. He's not that bad, right? He's okay. He knows how to box. He's not really got his kicks and elbows and knees working yet, which that's where Kyle Dukakis is going to definitely outstrike him. But I could see this fight being way closer in odds than Bo Nickel being minus 330. I think that's absolutely ridiculous, man. I'm just gonna put it out there. I would only use him for a parlay piece. I think Dukakis is clearly the better money play, but I'm just being honest, man. I'm picking Bo Nickel. You know, it's America. 250, got Bo Nickel. All right, man. Next we got Mauricio Rufy. Is it Rufy or Ruffy? I think it's Mauricio Rufy, man. Regardless, versus Michael Chandler. Regardless, Mauricio is 10 out of 10 striker, bro. This guy is phenomenal. When you watch this guy, man, you will literally think, man, this guy is fucking special, and he is. Now, when it comes to the wrestling, we've seen Mauricio have some great takedown defense, man. He seems like even when he's losing to these guys, okay, he lost to Saint Denis. All right, that's one of them right there. This guy's on an absolute tear, man. He's 12-1, I believe, man. He's an absolute monster. I love Benoit. He took him to the ground and put him out. You know what I mean? Mauricio could not keep up with him. So that makes me worry about the takedown defense from Michael Chandler. Now, we've seen in the last fight with Fiziev, he tried to get some takedowns on Mauricio when the fights weren't going his way. Fiziev is a very, very good fighter. Very well-rounded, a very good wrestler, very good grappler, very good striker. He got absolutely dismantled by Mauricio. And I'm just going to be honest with you, man. I think Mauricio absolutely dismantles Michael Chandler, too. I think this is one of the easiest picks on the card. I always want to say knockout. I don't think Michael Chandler has it like he used to have it, man. Michael Chandler is a great wrestler. There's a good chance he's very live in this fight because we all know he's going to come in there and depend on his wrestling. There's no way in any world he's going to want to strike with Mauricio. We know he's going to come out here and he's going to empty his gas tank right away. We love that about Michael Chandler. That's why he's on UFC 250. You know what I mean? That's why anybody's fans of him. Because he's going to come out there and he's going to dump his heart into it. He's going to put his whole soul into it. But I still think that Mauricio is just on a little bit better path right now. I think he's a little bit younger. He's a lot younger. He's in his prime. Not a lot younger. Let's see. He's 29. See how old Michael Chandler is real quick. 36, I think, or something like that. He's 40. So he's not really old, but man, he's old for this division, man. He's really old for this division. Let's just be honest. He's got a lot of miles on him, and I think that really shows here. I think Mauricio's time is now, and I think he gets him out of here, bro. I love Michael Chandler. I think it'll be a great fight. I think he's out of here. Next fight, lock of the week, boys. If I miss this fight, go ahead and unlike the script. Go ahead and come back, unlike. Go ahead and come back, unfollow, okay? But if I hit this one, make sure you come back and like and follow. Look, I'm going to say it's Josh Hokett. You know, I don't think the odds are the best. It's minus 340. They're horrible, really. He's better at a parlay piece. But I think Josh Hokett just takes it to Derek Lewis, man. I absolutely love Derek Lewis, man. He's a monster. But he's just not at that point in his career anymore, man. This guy's paid now. And I think that he's kind of at that point where he's ready to kind of chill out. You know, I bet on him against Taliesin. You know, I bet against him on Waldo. I knew how both these fights were going to go. I really felt super strongly on both of them. I had big bets on both of them. I'm a huge better against Derek Lewis in this fight, man. Josh Hokett, even I don't care what you say about him, the guy's entertaining. The guy has a crazy gas tank, and he comes out there with a different kind of mentality. He comes out there to set the fire ablaze. He comes out there to burn up right away. Either he's going to get burnt or he's going to burn his opponent up right away, and that's why he is right now, I think, 8-0. 9-0. Yeah, he is 9-0. And most of these guys are just straight walkthroughs. You know, that last fight, if anyone's seen it, if anyone missed that, I don't know how you did. It was absolutely amazing, bro. Some of the peak UFC fights I've ever seen. My stepdad calls me. He's like, I ain't watched UFC fights in years. I turned on the channel, and I was having a beer, and goddamn, who's that guy? I'm like, bro, he's really nobody, but he's coming up now. But he's making a name for himself really quick. And he's being very disrespectful in how he does it, which a lot of people are going to say, man, that's not cool. That's not a good route. That's very disrespectful. It's not humble. You should approach these things with grace. At the same time, man, I think the next fight after this one could be him versus Pereira. Now, that's if Pereira loses, I believe. I don't think that if he wins against Cyril Gane that Josh Hokett fights him next, unless Pereira calls that fight out. I think Pereira knows that's a pretty easy fight for him. He thinks that's an easy fight for him, at least. He thinks that he's going to be able to touch his chin and hold his takedowns. And I would probably lean towards that too. Sorry, that's a different fight I'm breaking down. But what I'm saying is I really believe Josh Hokett is going to walk through Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis wasn't even asking for this fight. He wasn't planning a fight. He was sitting on the couch, and Trump was like, hey, man, can you make this fight happen? Josh Hokett put on a show. That's why this fight's happening, because Josh Hokett put on a show. Yes, this fight's quick return. He had an absolute war with Curtis Blades, but from everything I'm seeing, man, I'm just all the way Josh Hogan. If you don't want to take Josh Hogan and you want to find some better money value, take under 1.5, bro. There's just no way. That's my lock. Scratch it all. I got Josh Hogan. My other lock is under 1.5, bro. There's no way that Derek Lewis is going over 1.5 right now. He's just not in the rhythm. And Josh Hogan is coming out there to dump his tank. All right, boys. Next, we got Sean O'Malley versus Amin Zahabi, right? Sorry, bro. I'm sorry I butchered his name. Amin is an absolute beast, man. Amin is an absolute beast, bro. He's 40 years old, I think. 38 years old. But he is on a 8 fight win streak in the last fight against Marlon Vera, which we all know, man, Marlon Vera is getting old, but Cheeto is still a banger, bro. Cheeto is still good. Cheeto is still strong. He still just took David Martinez. He went all the way with him, which, yeah, David Martinez pieced him up. But, hey, man, Marlon had some good time in that fight, too. I think that Amin is very, very live, bro. And Zahabi is a very good fighter. He is very complete, very good striker. He doesn't really mix in the ground too much. He likes to keep it standing, that's why I think that my pick for this fight is going to have to be Sean O'Malley, because this guy likes to strike. He really likes to strike. Yes, he'll mix in the takedowns, and if he's a smart man, he will really, really try to take down Sean. But, dude, it's just like with Diego Lopez, man. This guy has fell in love with striking, you know? He's fell in love with being a better striker in fighters. I don't think he's a better striker than Sean O'Malley. I don't think his wrestling is that much better than Sean O'Malley's takedown defense. No one has been able to just walk through Sean O'Malley on the takedowns except for Merab. And I'm not a huge Sean O'Malley fan, Sugar Sean O'Malley fan, but listen, I think this is one of those Dana White's privilege fights, and Dana White wants Sean O'Malley. Damn, that'd be a dope name. He wants Sean O'Malley to go to the championship level again. Sean O'Malley's a moneymaker, man. This guy he's got the look. He's a star. He's a star. I'll give it to him, bro. And he's a striker. He makes it look good. He puts it together. He's got a personality. He's funny. Dana White wants to make the money off of him. He sees where the money is. I think this is a clear Sean O'Malley win. Probably decision, to be honest. But keep it with that one. All right, next fight. This is a banger, man. This is a banger, bro. And I went back on this fight 100 times, bro, since I heard it was announced. I'm still going back and forth on it while I'm doing this. Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane. All right, bro. Alex Pereira, we all know, man, came from the tire shop, came back, beat Izzy. Man, he's got a whole legacy right now, man. The fastest person I've ever seen build a legacy in the UFC, man. It genuinely looks like this guy is meant for greatness. It looks like he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. No matter what, he will be in the Hall of Fame. Sorry. This guy's right hook is incredible. His knees, his elbows, his pressure, his distance management, his striking from the outside. He knows how to step in and then strike close. He knows how to step away. He knows how to distance manage. He's really, really good striker. I'm talking about one of the best strikers in the UFC. Probably my favorite fighter in the UFC. He's got a tough fucking matchup this time. Okay? I do not ever see Alex coming into this fight and trying to wrestle Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane is the best striker in the heavyweight division, probably better than Alex Pereira. Here's why I say this. I think that if this fight happens at light heavyweight or middleweight, Alex Pereira is good, you know. He can match the speed and the size. He's great. I don't think at this level, I don't think with him putting on this much size this quickly, I do not believe the speed will translate. I do not believe the speed will translate. I just can't see it. I think the power will be there, probably through the roof. And if he touches Cyril, he's putting him out. And that's the best money line bet for Pereira is KO. Because there's a very live chance, man. He touches anybody, he's got that touch of death, bro. It's like he's throwing a fucking pistol bullet, bro. It literally hits you, KO'd, out, bro. Motherfuckers are flatlined, obituary. We all seen with Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane can distance manage. He's just as big as Pereira. Pereira's used to being the bigger guy, the big guy, you know, as bigger, if not bigger than everyone else, bigger, if not as big as everyone else. Cyril Gane is just as big as him and faster, way faster on his feet, way better at distance management with the striking, I think. And I think that if this fight gets out of the second round, it's Cyril Gane's fight. I cannot see a world in where Alex Pereira outpoints Cyril Gane. Everyone's going to be all over Alex, and I do not mind a bet on Alex because it feels like, it's like this is one of those fights with like your heart is telling you Alex Pereira. You know what I mean? My heart is telling me Alex Pereira is going to win this fight. It's fate coming to true. You know, he's going to be the first ever three division champion. Sorry guys, in the UFC. But when I think about it with my head, I don't see it going that way. You know, I don't ever see Alex Pereira wrestling, and I see Cyril Gane being patient enough and smart enough and having high enough fight IQ to just manage the striking with the distance the entire time. John Jones knew that Cyril Gane could almost do that to him. And John Jones is one of the best strikers we've ever seen, the most dominant champion we've ever seen. He knew, I need to take this man out and take this man down and choke him out. That is my clear path to victory. This one, man, is hard to make a pick on. Really hard to make a pick on. I would like to see what the round betting is at. I would like to say it goes under 3.5. I'd like to say it goes over 1.5 maybe. I would like to say this fight ends by KO. One way or another. If Alex in the early rounds, Cyril in the later rounds. 25 minutes is a long time. I don't think Alex gaining this much weight is going to be ready for a 25-minute fight. So maybe fight does not go the distance would be my lock probably. Not sure what the odds are. I haven't checked. But that's where I'll be at with it. Hard one to pick, boys. I'm not mad at anyone for picking either side on that fight. You know, right now it's at it's even. You know, minus 115 for Cyril Gane, minus 110 for Alex. So barely a half of anything for fucking Cyril Gane over Alex. I'm not mad at either one, man. It's going to be a good fight. All right. Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje, the main event of our UFC Freedom. It is disgusting to me how it seems like they just set Justin Gaethje's head out here to get taken off by Ilia. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Ilia, man, is the best boxer I've seen in the UFC probably ever, bro. This guy is fucking crazy boxing. Now, one thing I do notice about his boxing, trying to be devil's advocate and fight for Justin Gaethje, is he likes to put a lot of weight on that lead leg, and he likes to kind of lean into that lead leg heavy. And the problem with that is Justin Gaethje has some of the nastiest leg kicks, dude. He will eat Ilia's leg up if he does that. But Ilia's got to be planning for this. Him and his brother are so sharp, man. His whole camp is so sharp. They have to know Justin Gaethje's got to be planning to use these leg kicks, right? So I'm sure that Ilia will be planning to fight off the back foot a little bit more, be ready to check, or be ready to check the kicks, or be ready to, when maybe he's planning on entering as quickly as he's going to line up his kick, and he's trying to time it perfectly. Ilia has crazy timing and reflexes, man. He studies he does reflex training and a bunch of crazy stuff that I've never even heard of athletes doing. But this guy is special, man. Doesn't matter what you think about it. Ilia Topuria is special. Ilia Topuria is special, man. 17-0. He came into the scene as a grappler, bro, choking people out, and he realized, I got dynamite in my hands, and I can put anyone out. And man, he has really improving and really prospered. He'll be one of the GOATs. You know, they got Mount Rushmore fighters on here right now. Ilia Topuria is a Mount Rushmore of UFC fighter at this point, I think. I don't think he is at this point, but he will be before the end of his career, man. He is that good. Justin Gaethje, man. Justin Gaethje, Hall of Famer. And this is one of those fights where it's like my brain wants Ilia, but my heart also says like, hey, man, Justin Gaethje can pull this shit off. This is UFC fucking White House, bro. This is UFC America, you know? Justin Gaethje knows what's coming. He knows Ilia's coming in the early rounds. He knows Ilia isn't a natural lightweight. He knows Ilia can't hold this. More than likely, he's not going to be able to hold the same kind of pressure and have the same cardio and endurance at this new weight class. This is Justin Gaethje's weight class his whole life, right? This is what he does. This is where he loves to be at. This is where Justin Gaethje has dominated at. I like to see Justin Gaethje lean on his wrestling. He needs to get Ilia tired. Ilia already sees it coming, but he needs to wear Ilia out the first round or two. And honestly, he needs to stay out of that fire, bro. Justin Gaethje thrives in that fire and putting people on their back foot. You've seen how Charles Oliveira tried to walk through Ilya and try to apply maximum pressure, and he got put the fuck out, bro. Ilya is a master of the step back, and then bam, 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 bam. He's so quick and so strong, bro. I think I got to put on this fight Ilya Topuria by knockout, man. I just don't see it going any different, bro. His striking is so much above Justin Gaethje's, man. Justin Gaethje head like a center block, too. I would say he has the second best chin on this card behind Diego Lopez. Like, man, this guy is hard to fucking put out. This guy's hard to put out, man. I would say if it's 1.5 rounds, I'll lean over. Fuck, I won't even say that, bro, because there's such a good chance Ilya comes out here and just chins him in the first round. Odds being at -675 for Ilya are ridiculous. I mean, I think they should be at -500, I guess. -675 seems crazy. 700, I feel like with it being -700, there is some value on the line for Justin Gaethje, man. But at the end of the day, man, I'm just gonna be honest. My pick, if I gotta make a pick, it's gotta be Ilya Topuria first round knockout. It's gotta be Ilya Topuria first round knockout, man. I can't make another pick if that's gonna be my pick for this fight. That's gotta be it, bro. Because I can just see Ilya comes out fast. I can see Justin Gaethje trying to shoot for the takedowns. Ilya getting distance and just catching him. You know what I mean? And just catching him. And I've seen a lot of these fights. Justin Gaethje's been caught early, you know, and he's weathered the storm, and that's where he's came back and he's fought hard. But hey, man, if you put him out early, I think he's got a chance, man. It's gonna be a good fight, bro. But I would like to say Ilya by knockout round 1, or Ilya by knockout. All right, boys, that's gonna be it. That's the UFC 250 breakdown. See if we can make some money, man. Like, again, please like, subscribe, follow the channel. Good comments, always appreciated. All right, guys. Good luck with everything. Best.